Hello and welcome to my second question. This is the 2019 AP Chem test, question 7 of the FRQs. Part A, identify the species that was reduced in the titration reaction. Justify your answer in terms of oxidation numbers. Alright, so as we can see, the MnO4 in the reactant side, O by itself has a oxidation number of a charge of -2. -2 times 4 is -8. 8, and there's 1 Mn, and the overall charge is -1. Therefore, the Mn must have a charge of +7, as I have written down here. Now on the product side, we now see that Mn now has a 2. 2 obviously being less than 7 means that Mn must have been in the one that is reduced. Part B. The student uses a 50 milliliter burette to add the KMnO4 to the H2C2O4 until a faint lavender color was observed in the flask, an indication that the endpoint of the titration had been reached. The initial and final volume readings of the solution in the burette are shown below. Write down the initial reading and the final reading and use them to determine the value of KMnO4 that was added during the titration. So really it's simple subtraction. Your initial can read that. 3.35 is what I read it as. Of course you might get something different due to it being in between lines. And here, once again in between lines, 29.55 milliliters. And I subtracted them to get 26.920 milliliters. Part C. Given the concentration of KMnO4 was 0.0235 molar, now calculate the number of moles in MnO4 ions that completely reacted with H2C2O4. So in order to find the moles, molarity equals moles over volume in liters. So we can cross multiply to get an equation where moles equals molarity times volume. Now in order to get the volume, and we divide the number we got in part B by 1,000, which gives us 0.02620. Then we multiply it by the molarity of 0.0235 we were given to get at 0.000616 moles. Last part, part D. The student proposes to perform another titration using 0.139 grams sample of H2C2O4, but this time using 0.00143 molar KMnO4 in the burette. Let this titrant concentration be a reasonable choice to use if the student followed the same procedure and used the same equipment as before. Justify your response. Well, obviously no. Mainly because the KMnO4 would be too diluted, meaning that the volume of the and that would need to be added in order for it to be fully titrated. It would be a lot more, and probably more than the 50 milliliter burette can hold. Thank you for watching.